Hey, so it's Saturday, and I apologize. One, for this being up later than usual. I mean, if you're in the States, it won't be too late, but in England, it's like 10 p.m. at night. And two, I apologize for being kind of sick and for not being very coherent in this video. Because I'm knackered. I've had a long day. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning, and I feel like I should apologise because I haven't exactly been that coherent in the last, including this video in the last couple of videos. So I apologise. Anyway, this week is passing and appearance, and Emery. Just want to say I forgive you. Don't swear, honestly. We all have video mock-ups from time to time, so don't swear. It's cool. Um, so passing and an appearance, or passing in general. Um, I find that half of the time I pass and half of the time I don't. Um, and the half that I do pass, I either, people perceive me as male, and then I open my mouth and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry," or I pass, but people get that really kind of, that kind of confused like look on their face. And then the other half of the time I don't pass, and I get really anxious and don't have the balls to correct people. So uh, yeah, I mean, when I didn't pass, when I first came out as trans, when I first came out, when I didn't pass, I used to get really kind of high strung about it and upset about it, and used to trigger a lot of dysphoria. But I think where I'm finding clothes that fit me better, and I I've lost a bit of weight, so when I bind it binds better. I mean, when I first started binding, I was kind of, I wasn't big, but I was not a healthy weight. So I think where I've lost a little bit of weight, I'm a healthier weight, uh, and binding is working better for me. Uh, and I'm finding clothes fit me a lot better. If I don't pass, it doesn't bother me as much as it did um, when I first came out and when I first started, being able to dress. When I started to be able to dress uh, in my preferred gender role, and you know, um, so I think as the years have gone on, uh, as I've got more comfortable in, what I know, what that I can wear, and what works, and what makes me feel comfortable. I think I've become more comfortable uh, in myself. I mean, I'm not comfortable obviously, but if I don't pass, it doesn't affect me as much as it used to. It still affects me, but not as bad. My throat's starting to croak. I apologise. I'm a bit hoarse. um, so yeah, I find that checkered shirts help me pass a lot, like button-up shirts, checkered button-up shirts, because where there's so much texture, not texture, where it's so patented, the shirt is so patented, and even if you have a little bit of a bump, it's not like very noticeable. Um, so checkered shirts work very well. T-shirts that fit you properly and aren't like figure hugging, but aren't very baggy help as well. Very baggy shirts help as well. I mean, they don't help much for me because where I'm quite small, I'm 5'1", 5 foot 1, So while I'm quite small, if I wear a baggy shirt, it looks like a dress, and I don't pass as well. Uh, I found as well, um, where I've started to buy better fitted clothing. Um, I've started to pass more rather than when I was wearing very baggy clothing. I don't know what that's got to do with, but I tend to pass a lot more than I did. Um, Excuse me. I'm recording this from direct upload as well because I am so tired and I don't have the energy to sit down and edit a video. Anyway, uh, but yeah, you know, I think it's all part and parcel. I think it's how people read you, because people read other people differently. So you know, uh, I pass differently with different people. I find I pass more with women than I do men. Um, but then there have been instances where I pass more with men than I have with women. As I said, I think it's what to do with you know how people perceive you and how people pick up your gender. Because I think everybody's got their own little subconscious way of perceiving people. I don't know how it works, but it does work. Um, but yeah, I mean, my voice is something I'm most dysphoric about, other than my chest. Um, which doesn't help much because I'm a musician. So, um, but I've become a lot more comfortable with singing in front of people. Even though I don't sound typically male when I sing, but so where I'm getting more comfortable playing and singing around people, um, it helps. I was gonna say something then, but I can't remember what I was gonna say. Uh, but yeah, I've drawn a blank. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I think if if you try and appear confident when you go out, you tend to pass a lot more. Because I think you give off a vibe. I mean, I'm in no way confident when I go out, but I'm a lot more confident. Um, Let me use an example. When I first came out, I was always worrying about, what if I don't pass? What if this? What if that? What if they don't read me as male? What if they use the wrong pronouns? And I found that I passed a lot less when I was worrying about all those things. Where I'm a lot, more in one ear out the other with people misgendering me now. I tend to pass a lot more. Uh, it's just something I've noticed. But yeah, I mean, it's infringing on 9 minutes now, so I could go on for a while, but I'm not, because I don't want to talk your ears off. Plus, I think my voice is going to go in a minute. So, um, I hope you enjoyed the video at least. um, and I will see you next week, guys.